Wasp gave us the Old West as Quill and Drax's last known location. Let's catch up to them and start looking for that... whatever it was called.
A negative ion emitter. And, are we just acting like strolling down from Manhattan to the Old West is just a normal thing we do now?
I am Groot.
My training never prepared me for this. Probably because it was in software development.
Goons, bad guys, villains, crooks, enemies. Whatever you want to call them. Go take them down.
You want me to shovel all that snow? That's too much.
Wow. Kang might be a few stars shy of a galaxy, but I have to admit, this is quite a view.
I am Groot.
No kidding. Almost a shame to try and fix it, huh?
There was some questionable training taking place on the mountain earlier. Must be some new kind of ancient martial art or something.
I'll show those guys.
I want to be just like you when I grow up. What? I can still grow.
I saw a monkey fighting a bunch of snowmen earlier. Maybe I've been up here too. This is the worst thing to ever happen to any...
I really want to roll a big snowball. Tell my mom I love her. Help!
Stupid King!
Maybe I could hold my breath,
This is the place, right? So where are those guys? And more importantly, where's my power source?
I think I saw a saloon over there. Let's head over and ask around.
This the town saloon? Then let's mosey on in, see what we can find. Maybe wet our whistles while we're at it, huh?
I am Groot.
High time someone did something about that.
Nexus destroyed by Kang. Helped by the Avengers, my sources tell me. Sure, they didn't know they were helping Kang, but that's not the point, people. Because the heroes beat the Guardian of the Nexus Man-Thing, Kang was able to blast it into fragments, enabling him to bring Chronopolis into a single time zone. That's good news and bad news. The good news is we can now get out of Manhattan and see if the rest of Chronopolis has a decent golf course. The bad news is now every creep in Chronopolis can get into our city and slug it out with each other to see who's worthy of facing Kang. Okay, Avengers, you broke it, so what are you gonna do to fix it? Seems they've sent a team to the Old West to secure a power source to help boost a strange beyond Chronopolis signal of some kind.
Snap! We ain't playing no snap. You low-down, dirty, cheating swine! Now just hold on a minute. Gamora!
Give me your scanner. You two are supposed to be taking readings.
Oh yeah, I totally was. But then Drax found this place and it had music and
tacos.
We have to find a negative ion emitter. Your scanner should now pick it up. Now get out there and start searching.
How does it work?
See that blinky light? If it don't flash, you don't have it. If it does...
Your blinky light lies. I do not have it.
Outlaws! What is that?
That, my fuzzy friend, is our power source.
I am MODOK, the ultimate human-machine interface, and more importantly, the law!
Well, not in my town.
Isn't that...
Don't ask. This place gets weirder by the day. Bring it!
Well, looky here. Got us some outlaws. 50,000 big ones to the first cowboy to put these criminals in chains.
Cowboys? I do not see any half-human bovine creatures.
Huh. Guess looking for the emitter will have to wait.
Excuse me, good folks, but did I just hear that raccoon talk?
Why am I always singled out? There's 2 aliens here as well, you know.
Don't mind him. He's having a rough day.
Oh, my apologies.
Finally! I thought I was never gonna get paid. Aha! That electric gizmo looks right up my street.
What the? Ladies, stop! This is very delicate machinery.
Now's our chance. Let's get him!
Ow! What was that? Who dares attack the mighty MODOK?
Someone's gonna pay for that.
As much as I hate to admit it, MODOK's force field is pretty strong.
You're right. I reckon we'll need something special to take them out.
I believe we have found something.
Yeah, looks that way. Think that sword of yours can help us out, Gamora?
Curse you! My doomsday chair! Do you know how hard it is to fix this?
Woo-wee! I think we got him on our ropes, partners.
But we can't get close to him unless... What's that on the balcony above him?
Get your filthy beaks off! Get up! Be gone, you foul fouls!
Dr. Beast!
You monsters!
We've lost the signal.
What happened to Fancy Captain America?
Who cares? Probably mopping up the last bad guys. Let's find that emitter. Great. Okay, you guys keep searching. I'll go rescue the log.
Agreed. We'll rendezvous back at the mansion.
Oh.
I knew I recognized that trait. Come on, Arizona Annie. We got us some villains to catch.
We sure do, Kid Colt.
Mind if I tag along? Man, they just kidnapped my raccoon. And his houseplant.
Why, sure, sugar. If y'all don't mind sharing.
Mine? Why, it would be my pleasure, ma'am.
Hold tight, sugar.
Oh, whoa, oh, no!
You okay, sugar? Here, let me help you.
What?
Ow!
Glad you could make it, partner.
Yeah, me too. This'll be my first train journey in a little while.
Ah, you more of a stagecoach man, huh?
Something like that.
Ah, dang it! We'll need to find another way round.
Looks that way. Sorry, I didn't catch your name before.
It's Colt. Kid Colt. Folks know me as something of an outlaw.
What? The Kid Colt? Wow! I've read so many stories about you, man. You know, I'm something of a legendary outlaw myself. They call me Star-Lord.
Sorry? Who?
Well, that figures.
Huh? One of those things again? Not exactly my specialty.
you got there, Mr. Star-Lord?
It definitely has its uses. Let's get across. I don't think I want to do that again. Uh-oh. This doesn't exactly look safe.
Careful you don't fall into those burning rings of fire, Star-Lord. Well, what do we got here?
Boy, I could use a superhero right now. There's no limit to the scope of my cameo talent. Where's my award for best cameo? Excelsior!
Man, who even designed this train? It's crazy.
What are you talking about? Now, stand back while I lasso this doohickey.
This is the end of the line for you, Kid Colt.
It's funny, Corbett, 'cause I reckon I'm about to stop you in your tracks.
Ooh, train puns. Can I?
No. Where are you running to now, Corbett? You can't hide from us.
Ah, how nice of you folks to round up my bounty for me. Why, it's practically gift wrapped. Now I just need to complete the collection.
Oh, man. A bear in a cage? Who even does that? helped us.
Thank you kindly, President Bear.
President Bear?
Never mind him for now. Get in that cannon. I got me an idea.
Oh, man, this is gonna hurt, isn't it? I don't like how this is going.
Quit your yakking and hold still, partner.
You cannot defeat me! I am Modoc! There is nothing!
Chickens.
Curse you, Guardians!
I am Groot!
Nice folk. Funny looking.
They sure were. Real sweet.
I am Groot.
Glad to have you back. I just wish we'd managed to get that device before we sent it south covered in chickens.
You mean this?
Rocket, my man! If you didn't smell like that, I would so kiss you right now. Okay, so how are we getting back?
Aha! Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh!
No.
Excelsior!
How are we holding up out there?
We don't have the strength to take the fight to Kang yet.
Aye. And Kang's Citadel be protected by a mighty barrier.
Whoa! Heads up! Oh! No!
We got it!
That end is radioactive, you genius!
Hey, careful, you can't just...
Look, big guy. If you couple your dynamic resonators with a subneutron accelerator...
But that could lead to a lethal magnetic containment failure, which then...
Oh, boo-hoo! You worry too much. Voila! One boosted receiver.
Oh! Cosmo! Good boy! Are you calling from nowhere?
Cosmo, big stop, chrono, distress call. Pretty lady needed help.
Pretty lady?
Doesn't that dog live on that giant head of a dead celestial? Something with that much energy could help us take out Kang's defenses.
We're outside space and time, and I don't see a door into Chronopolis.
No, Hank. But we could make one, using the nexus of all realities. I may have an ancient spell that could unify this energy and tear a hole into Chronopolis. Though I'd need to consult the tomes in my library.
Neat idea, Doc, but that Nexus explosion was huge. Any remaining shards would have been scattered all across Chronopolis. It would take months to find them.
Aye. Or mere moments, if we had the infinite sight of the mighty Heimdall.
Asgard is out there, but it's not of our Thor's time. It looks practically apocalyptic.
Then let us hope Heimdall still holds guard over the Bifrost Bridge.
Okay. Let's form up 2 teams and start to turn the tide on Kang.
you two really don't need to come with me. The Sanctum is only down the street, and the Book of Ashanti is probably
the kind of super important magic book that bad guys just can't get enough of stealing. It's been stolen before, right? I bet it's been stolen before.
Well, maybe once.
Then it's too important to send one person after it. Let's quit yakking and go grab the thing.
My training never prepared me for this.
Probably this is the Sanctum, right? Remember the secret knock dock?
Yes, I think I can just about recall.
Help!
I wish that giant fireball on the Kronos building was a real giant fireball, so it'd melt all this snow.
Huh? Who needs door handles? One Book of Ashanti coming right up.
Ooh, I can't feel my face.
This is the worst thing. I hate the way Kang watches us with those drones. It's so creepy.
Ooh, I can't feel my face.
I'll show those guys.
No matter how old you get.
Can you believe they're still making video games about losers like the Avengers? They already had their turn. Two, in fact. Though I'm not sure if they're both strictly canon. Either way, when was the last time you saw a game with a duck on the cover? The industry needs to change, starting with my new game, codename Project Egg. Sadly, my Quackstarter campaign fell through, so I'm gonna need to find the funds for this thing some other way. Think you could help me find a wealthy entrepreneur that I could hit up for the dough? You won't regret it, kid. See what you can find out from the folks around here. There's gotta be at least one money bags in this joint.
There was some questionable training.
The thing they don't warn you about when working at the bank is the folks who keep you working late drying off waterlogged treasure. How'd it get so wet? And why was there so much of it? Whoever it belonged to must be rich.
To be honest, I was expecting bigger things from Quackstarter after all the hype. Barely hit 5% of my goal. Kids these days don't know what they want.
I flew across the world to get to Kunlun, and now it's right in my backyard? Enlightenment and martial art mastery may be priceless, but those plane tickets definitely cost something.
There was some questionable training taking place on the mountain earlier. Must be some new kind of ancient.
Find out anything about our wealthy friend?
Don't mind me, just your friendly neighborhood.
Saw a monkey fighting a bunch of snowmen earlier? Maybe I've been up here too long.
Ugh, if I have to listen to one more of those Kang announcements, ooh, I'm gonna do something.
ATM refused my card the other day. Apparently because my bank doesn't exist in this universe anymore. So now I'm pretty much living on a diet of bits of old shoe, which is surprisingly good if you leave it to soak in rainwater for a while.
Yes, quite lovely.
I was just about to take a trip to the Antarctic, so this.
I'd been saving up for months to buy my dream car. But since everywhere I needed to drive to no longer exists, I don't need it anymore. So I did the logical thing and burned all my money.
You see that superhero supply store? Lady who runs it always seems to be in some sort of trouble. Yesterday she was in purple.
Spotted a crime taking place in your area if you aren't too busy.
You know Howard the Duck? I got something I was hoping you could pass on to him. A big slap upside the head. That feathered crook stole my sandwich.
I was just about to take a trip to the Antarctic,
change of scenery.
All this snow gear's a waste of...
That old prospector over in the Old West said he pulled a big hole of something out of the water the other day. Didn't say what it was, but he was winking so hard I thought he was going to hurt himself. And he was soaking wet. What a strange fellow.
Ravonna, is this a new TV? I can't figure out the remote. How do I switch this to Kang News? They're the only ones who ever have anything nice to say about me. What?
So what do you got for me? Could be something there. If we can confirm it wasn't just an old booty dug up. Promising. If we knew who cashed in that loot, we could definitely hit them up. So putting what you've told me through the old Detective Melon, we can deduce that the old prospector over in the Old West recently came into some serious cheddar. This is perfect. The only thing now is to figure out how to convince an old-timey prospector to invest in a Talking Ducks video game. But that won't be the weirdest thing I do all week by any stretch. Thanks for the help, kid. Oh, and if you run into Forbush Man, could you tell him the funds are in the bag? Last I heard, the poor guy was looking into making money through social media marketing.
I always thought Kunlun had a city on the mountain. Shame Kang didn't bring that into Chronopolis. Guess he must have had a budget to stick to.
Is there a person out there who can understand my vision?
Just when you thought things couldn't get any stranger around here, our city's heroes have come up with the most harebrained idea to defeat Kang this reporter has ever heard. It involves the help of Cosmo the Space Dog and the planet Nowhere, an ancient head of a giant space being on the other side of the galaxy. Tony Stark is convinced that there must be something on Nowhere able to bring down Kang's defenses. But to get it into Chronopolis, our heroes will need to find the shattered fragments of the Nexus, then have Dr. Strange stitch them back together. He needs some book full of magic mumbo-jumbo to help him. Why isn't he conjuring up a decent cup of joe, huh? New York is running out of coffee, people.
Nice place, Doc. Oh, thank you. But it's Wang who has the eye for design.
You are too kind, sir. It's mostly Swedish flatback.
Wang, we need the Book of Vishanti. It may be our only hope against Kang.
Very good, sir.
Could you please fetch it for me?
There's nothing I would enjoy more, sir. But I have no idea where it is. You really should look after your things.
I do look after... Can you just help me find it?
Try in the mystical cabinet of Nisanti, behind the vacuum. If it's not in there, then try and think back to when you hid it.
By the all-seeing... Oh, wait! I do remember something. I set 5 runic locks to conceal it. Let's go, my friends. We've no time to lose if we wish to find the Book of Vishanti. So feel free to destroy any furniture that might get in your way.
Huh, It's cute that he actually gave us permission.
The runes will tell us where the book is located. We must find them first.
Hey, give me a hand, will ya?
Fellas, can't we just talk this out? Whoa! What are these crazy red creature things?
Oh no. Those are mind maggots from the dark dimension. I fear something is not right here.
Ah, that's right. I forgot to mention those. Don't know how they got here.
Ooh, I got this.
Ah, here is one of the runes now. Allow me.
I bet She-Hulk could handle this. Just gotta find a way to get her in here.
How do I get myself in these?
The door to the attic is locked, and we don't have time to look for the key. Let's improvise, shall we?
Boy, I could use a superhero right now.
Oh, Doctor. I have the key to the attic right here.
What? Why didn't you mention that before?
It's fine. The portal's actually pretty cool.
Ah, here is one of the runes now. Allow me.
Sure beats pulling a rabbit out of a hat. Always feel like standing back a little when you do that.
That did it. Now, let's find the rest. That'll do. We're making progress now.
Get me out of here!
Some minor rearranging is all that's needed here.
Yeah, except your floor's missing some tiles. We'll need to fix them up first.
You actually have the book we're looking for, right, Doc? This almost feels like you tricked us into remodeling your place.
Nonsense! This is vital work! Although it does look a little nicer, I can't deny it.
What happened? Is this a kind of magic?
we seem to have uncovered another room.
Man, all this magic stuff is crazy.
There. Only a few more to go.
How do I get myself in these crazy situations?
The mind maggots have been busy. Perhaps a little time manipulation could help us tidy things up.
Messing around with time just so you can clean up your library? Isn't that a little on the frivolous side, Doc?
It's an emergency, Spider-Man. I can justify it.
Not like Kang hasn't messed with time and space already, I guess.
There's our next rune. Our task is almost complete.
Hey, nice light show, Doc.
Just one more.
Oh!
That's it! Quickly, everyone! Ha! I told you I put the book somewhere safe!
Well done, sir.
God!
Huh?
Mortal! I